Okay, guys, let's go over operations with radicals for our quiz. And remember, at any time that you need to pause, please pause to write your problem down. The first four we're going to do is combining. So we're going to add and subtract. Remember, adding and subtracting radicals is the same concept as adding and subtracting like terms. So our radicands have to be the same before we can add them. So the first one looks like we can't combine. So let's simplify to see if we can. So we can break down 12 into 4 times 3. We can break down 48 into 16 times 3. The square root of 4 is 2, radical 3. The square root of 16 is 4, radical 3. Now we simply add our coefficients and we have 6 radicals of 3. Number 2, we need to simplify our radicands. So we can simplify 80 into 16 times 5, a squared minus, and we can simplify 20 into 4 times 5, a squared. The square root of 16 is 4. 1/4 times 4 is going to be 1 because these 4's cancel out, leaving me with 1. So I have 1, and then the square root of a squared is a, radical 5, minus the square root of 4 is 2, the square root of a squared is a, radical 5. So I'm going to subtract 1a minus 2a, and that's negative 1a radical 5. 8 can simplify into 4 times 2. 32 can simplify into 16 times 2. The square root of 4 is 2. 2 times 7 is 14, radical 2. The square root of 16 is 4, and 4 times 1/2 is 2, radical 2. We add the coefficients and get 16, radical 2. Now let's simplify 98x cubed into 49 times 2, x squared x, minus simplify 8 into 4 times 2, x squared times x. The square root of 49 is 7. 7 times 2 is 14. The square root of x squared is x, leaving us with radical 2x, minus the square root of 4 is 2. 2 times 7 is 14. The square root of x squared is x, leaving us with 2x. We subtract our coefficients and get 0, radical 2x, and 0 times anything is just 0. Now let's multiply and divide. Multiplying and dividing, the radicals do not have to be the same. You can simplify before or just at the end. Sometimes I do it before and sometimes I do it at the end. When I'm working with large radicals, I will probably simplify beforehand, but here I am not. So 2 times 4 is 8. 12 times 3 is 36. 36 is perfect, so don't break it down, just take the square root. The square root of 36 is 6 times 8 is 48. No more radical. Number 6. 1/4 times 12 is 3. So 4 can divide in, 4 can divide into 12, 3, and 3 times 1 is 3. 8 times 3 is 24. A squared times a to the first is a to the third. We can break down 24 into 4 times 6. A squared times a. The square root of 4 is 2. 2 times 3 is 6. The square root of a squared is a, leaving me with radical 6a. On 7, we're going to divide our coefficients. 12 divided by 4 is 3. We're going to divide our radicals. 48 divided by 2 is 24. We're going to simplify 24 into 4 times 6. The square root of 4 is 2. 2 times 3 is 6. Radical 6. Let's divide number 8. 18 divided by 3 is 6. 80 divided by 5 is 16. K to the 6th divided by k to the 2nd is k to the 4th. We're using our quotient rule by subtracting exponents. The square root of 16 is perfect. So the square root of 16 is 4. 4 times 6 is 24. K to the 4th is perfect, and that gives us k squared, and we have no more radical. Excuse me. Now let's calculate the perimeter and area. So perimeter is adding all the sides. So we have 2 radical 18 plus 2 radicals of 18 plus 2 radicals of 8. So 18 can be broken down into 9 times 2. The square root of 9 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6, radical 2.